What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So, the KBF playoffs kicked off yesterday, 6 p.m. The Equity Dumas matched up against the UN Terrorists. The Dumas won the game one in this series. The final score tallied 84-68, and it was just awesome to see. Last season, the Equity Dumas matched up against the UN Terrorists, and also we'll get to that. And they won that. The Equity Dumas won that series. So, and also. After that game, we had the Strathmore Blades matching up against the Nairobi City Thunder. The Thunder won game one in this series. The final score tallied 64-57, while the Thunder took a 1-0 series lead. So the Equity Dumas were ready for terror as these two teams met in the last postseason, and the Dumas won their series in 3 games. So the Dumas won 2-1. But in this season, the script is different because the Dumas did some serious retooling on the roster as they look towards winning the finals, the championship or bust season for the Dumas. So as well as also to right the wrongs of last year's postseason, blowing a 2-0 series lead to the eventual champions. Last year, the defending champions, the KPA Dockers, but the way they came out to start the postseason, you see, like they were really putting their foot forward. They won this game. It actually blew out the UN Terrorists. So it's a championship or bust season for the Dumas. In the regular season, and the Dumas and the Terrorists met. The results of the second leg clash did not inspire confidence for the Dumas fan base as they fell to the UN Terrorists. So, however, the technical director, David Miner, maintained that the team is well prepared and ready to finish the job in 2 matches, like sweep them. So Miner was quoted as saying, "We do not want a repeat of last season. We have prepared and are heading to the matches with a positive winning mentality. We cannot afford to be complacent as we are well aware of the kind of opponent we're up against. We are, however, not under pressure despite the outcome of the previous matchups with Terra." So Miner offered, adding that the team had to translate the regular season form to the playoffs. So Dumas looked set for a top place finish in the regular season, but dropped crucial points against the Terra Elonets matches that they were expected to win. However, they head into the best of 3 quarters, against the Kenya Ports Authority in their last league matches. So we won. Actually, the Dumas won against KPA away. So the Dumas won the encounter 72-70. It was a game that had a 2-point spread away in Mombasa, which gave them a boost of confidence. And also, with that win against the defending champions, it was a consolation prize for blowing a 2-0 lead to the Dockers in the second round of last year's postseason. So with the Dumas winning against KPA, they lost the game. They lost the game against KPA in Nyayo last year, but with that win to close out and just determined by 2-point spread, a place where the Dumas really struggled to win a game to close out the KPA Dockers, that win was very important. We cannot dwell on what happened in the regular season. That will be a dangerous assumption. The playoffs are a different ball game, and we have to be cautious. So Miner added. So Sami Kiki's men, KPA, led the standings after 22 matches in the 12-team league with 42 points, having lost only twice. The second on the log is the Dumas, who suffered defeats in 22 matches for 40 points, 2 more than the former league champions, the Ulinzi Warriors. So you can see the Equity Dumas, they did some serious retooling on the roster, so it's a championship or bust season. And looking at the way they came out of the gate, they really dominated the UN Terrorists. And looking towards the next game too, I feel like it's a close series because the Equity Dumas, there's no way they're gonna drop a game and force a game 3. And I don't think that the UN Terrorists are ready for this squad because the way the Dumas are right now, it's championship or bust. There's nothing. They don't want anything less than that. So in the other game, the Strathmore Blades matched up against the Nairobi City Thunder. This is a repeat of last season's playoff quarters where the Varsity side denied the Sadat-led coach side a chance to reach the Final Four. So these two series that you're seeing here, they're just a repeat of last year. So in the first round, the Dumas matched up against the UN Tourists. The Strathmore Blades matched up against the Nairobi City Thunder, and the Blades actually swept the Thunder. So the Thunder won game one in this series. The final score 64-57. It was a pretty close game, taking a 1-0 series lead. So the Nairobi City Thunder coach was confident for good show in the playoffs, unlike what we saw last postseason, so just a snooze fest. In last year's postseason, the Strathmore Blades swept the Thunder 2-0 in the first round. The Thunder were severely outplayed in the series, and they just didn't have anything to do. They couldn't do anything. But in this postseason, the Thunder came out of the gate to rewrite the playoffs mishaps from last year's playoffs, leading the series 1-0, and they only one game away from sweeping the Strathmore Blades. A repeat, it's just a revenge of what the Blades subjected them last year. So, however, the coach Sadat Guy is confident that they can turn the tables despite losing to the Tony Onyango coached Blades in their last four encounters. So, Coach Sadat Guy was quoted as saying, "We go into the match as underdogs, and we are planning to use that to our advantage. We have prepared well and are aware of the task ahead." So the downside for this season has been its length. We played 22 matches in more than a year, and this means we had a seesaw from being in form and focus and losing all that. So the playoffs, however, a different ball game, as consistency is guaranteed. I know we have a match on Friday and again on Sunday. So the Friday match, they already played it, and the Sunday match is the game 2. So he could plan accordingly. So offered guy. So despite having one of the shakiest season, the guy gave comfort knowing that takes comfort knowing that he has a healthy roster and they're ready for battle. And given some of these players were out to injury and they came back, that's a very huge boost, especially with the depth. So everyone is healthy, and that is something we have not had heading into the playoffs for the last 2 seasons. We have had a bad streak in the last 2 months for the regular season, but I'm confident we have put that behind us during the preparation period. So Guy added. So the Blades won 14 and lost 8 in the regular season to finish 4th against the Thunder, who went 11-11, a 500 record. In the playoffs, every game matters, every minute counts. So the Dumas and Thunder have the chances to complete their playoff series within the next matches. If they go up 2-0 in the best of 3 series, there's a season for the line. The season is on the line for every team in the playoffs. So it's a win-or-go-home situation right now for the Terrorists as well as the Blades. So today, KPA sides headline day 2 action. So KPA have been dominant all through. They literally have steamrolled through the whole regular season, both the men's and women's side. And also KPA have also made appearance in the Road to Bal for the men's side, and for the women's side, African Champions Cup, and also the Zone 5, and also the Equity Hawks were in the Zone 5. So the Kenya Basketball Federation defending champions in both the men and women division, Kenya Ports Authority, will on Saturday afternoon begin their charge towards reclaiming their titles as the playoff matchups enter day 2 in various arenas around the country. So we have games taking place in Eldoret, the Ulinzi Warriors matching up against the Eldonets, and we have games happening in Nyayo. KPA are going to be playing in Nyayo today. In the men's division, KPA will lock horns with the Kenyatta University Pirates at the Nyayo Gymnasium from 2000 hours EAT, with the women's sides sizing up against the JKUAT Lynx at the same venue at 1400 hours EAT. So the Dockers will hope that Saturday's results will be a replication of the performance they registered last weekend, as the women's side they literally whacked JKUAT Lynx 81-21 in a one-sided affair, with Sam Kiki's side seeing off Varsity side KU Pirates 82-51. So both the KPA side, the men and women side, have been whacking teams in KBF. And I don't think there's any team that has the ability to match up with them at that level, because the KPA franchise, they have experience within the Kenya's borders and within the continent. So they have a lot. They have also been active outside Kenya. So you could see, based on how they performed out there, they're bringing the knowledge that they had into KBF, and I feel like that is going to give them a very huge competitive edge, because they have matched up against people who, okay, they lost their matches there, but they learned along the way. So Coach Juku was quoted as saying, with all due respect to the other teams in the league, I believe that we are the team to beat and favorites to defend the title. So the KPA women's side head coach Anthony Ojuku told Mozart Sport recently when he was asked about the team's title aspiration. So he was also quoted as saying, I have the depth with the return of Hilda Indasi, who has been away, and the signing of Ifunanya Okoro, as well as Hilda Ndegwa. So, I mean, you could see like the KPA women's side and also the men's side, they've just been stacking the deck, and they have been accumulating so many assets and so many people in that roster. So, and also top quality. They have top quality people in the roster, so it's actually pretty difficult for other teams. So both KPA sides have a combined 21 Basketball Federation championships between them, and will get the opportunity to host the next games if the series comes back home in Mombasa. So that's just a roundup of day one of the KBF playoffs. I'll be coming back with videos like this in this channel. So for more basketball news, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, because man, in this playoffs, a lot can change in a single game. A lot can change in a single day of the playoffs. So yeah, man, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification posts so that you never miss any new videos that I'm dropping. And I'm out. Peace.